Hi my lovies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face of first impressions. Kind of gathered up a good amount of products that I want to talk to you guys about today. You guys probably know the drill with first impressions. I've never used any of these products before. I'm just going to put them on my face and see how I feel about them. Sometimes the products in these videos work amazingly well and I even find holy grails out of them. Sometimes they're just absolute rubbish. So I'm going to start off with a couple of Benefit things. I have Benefit's new Professional range. So I'm going to use the Professional Matte Rescue Mattifying Pore Blurring Invisible Finish. This is actually a step that you do prior to applying the Professional, but I think that this might be enough for me for today. Ooh, so this is like a gel. It's blue or green. It's turquoise. So this is definitely very different to the Professional primer. This is definitely a lot more slippy, a lot more kind of silicone-y. Smells exactly the same. I love the smell of the Professional. I feel like this primer is really hydrating. Like I feel like my skin is just so hydrated. So I'm going to wait a few minutes before that kind of gets a bit more tacky. And the next thing I have here is the Professional Pore Minimizing Makeup. Now I don't know if this is foundation. Shake well before opening. Pull out sponge from the cap. Okay. We've got our sponge. You need to release 1 to 2 drops onto sponge, pat and blend on pore problem areas, apply on bare skin or over makeup. So I don't think this is a foundation. I'm just gonna do what it says and I'm just gonna apply it onto sponge. I'm just going to apply this onto my skin. Okay, this is like providing me with no coverage at all, so I'm presuming that it's just a product you apply over your problem areas or anywhere that you want a little bit of more coverage. I add it over my cheeks because that's always the area that I always want a little bit more coverage. So it's a bit of a strange product for me and I don't know how it's supposed to work. Obviously, first impression. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, to be honest. For me, this is definitely going to be a product for no makeup days where I just kind of want a little bit of coverage. Like it looks nice, but it's just, I don't know, a bit gimmicky. Because that wasn't a foundation, I'm just going to take my CoverGirl foundation today. I've used this before, but I'm going to use new brushes to apply it. So Sigma sent me out these cool new brushes. Wait till you see these guys. This is what they look like. We've got the 3D HD Max Kabuki and the F83 Curve Kabuki, which I actually love the look of these. I got them yesterday. They're very different to any brush I've ever used before. Look at the shapes of them. They are super cool. So I'm very intrigued about this. I feel like it could fit right around like the curvature of your face. I really like this brush. There's a large surface area on it, so it's covering a ton of my face. Applying my foundation super quick and it's giving me loads of coverage, like because it's covering a large area. Not using as much foundation as I normally would as well. Okay, I've literally done my face in 2 seconds. This brush is amazing. I really like this brush, so I would definitely recommend the curved Kabuki, the F83. The next product I'm going to use, guys, is actually from a brand called Deck of Scarlet, and Deck of Scarlet are actually kindly sponsoring this video, so I want to say a huge shout out to Deck of Scarlet and thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I have used Deck of Scarlet before. I have one other palette from them. They're basically a subscription service. So you get a box like this every second month. It's not a monthly subscription, it's a bi-monthly. So what you get from them is eyeshadows, lip products and face products, which I will show in a minute. And like I said, I already have one of their other palettes that I have used and really enjoyed. So they always collaborate with YouTubers as well, which is really cool because I know it's like a dream of every YouTuber to have like their own palette or whatever it may be. So I think that's really nice that they kind of do this. Is Nazini Kavari's subscription box, and that's very exciting for her that she got to collaborate with them. So they just have a little bit of information on her and she's very beautiful. When you open or take everything else out, you get your palette, which is pretty secure in here, and then you always get an eyeliner. I love that about them because the eyeliners are actually pretty good. This is the Coco Cavari eyeliner. Also, Deck of Scarlet are cruelty free, which is amazing. So it comes in a sleeve like this, and then we have the palette, which looks really cool this month. Ooh, very summery shades we've got this month. I'm excited about this. So we've got our 3 eyeshadows, which you always get, and a highlight and a blush. And because you're getting it every second month, you don't know what you're getting, so it's a treat. There's also like a flap here, and that has the lip products in it, so you can see that there. So every second month, you're obviously getting a new surprise palette. You don't know what the shades are going to be like in it, which I think is so cool. Let's kick it off and try this out. great. The subscription service is super affordable as well. Like, you wouldn't pay as much for a product in Sephora, cheaper than products that you buy in Brown Thomas. Like, it's just so super affordable. To start, I'm gonna take this shade from the palette and I'm just gonna apply that straight through my crease with a big fluffy brush. It's like a grayish brown shade. It's really, really pretty. I don't want too much product in the crease. I just want like a nice wash. That's why I'm using a big fluffy brush to do this. Continuing with that same shade, I'm just gonna use a smaller, more dense brush just to apply it to the outer V of the corner, outer V of my eye, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit, I suppose. Next up, I'm going to go in with this shade here, the Feeling Peachy, and I'm just gonna apply that onto the lid. Oh my god, that's such a pretty color. The thing I love about this palette is it makes applying your eyeshadow so easy because you're just not overwhelmed with like tons and tons and tons of shades, and you can still create such a beautiful look. I'm just gonna blend out any harsh lines. Now I'm just gonna pick up this pink shade here on a little brush. Just gonna apply it kind of in the center, just between the orange and the brown, just to add a little bit more color. I'm just gonna pop this shade here, Yasmin. That's the highlight shade, and I'm just gonna pop it in here. I'm also just gonna pop it underneath my brow bone too. So now I'm just gonna do wing liner with the Deca Scarlet liner. Camera keeps cutting out, it's really annoying. I feel like this is really easy for a beginner to use because it glides on your eye, and I'm just very impressed with that liner. Okay guys, I'm going to move on now from the eyes. I'm pretty happy with the eyes actually. I think they look nice. So the next thing I'm going to do is move on to the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. I bought this ages ago. I still want to do a full face of Kat Von D makeup, but I have to get a few more bits and pieces for it. I have the shade L15 Neutral, and this is really pale actually. Oh no, it's not. It's actually perfect. I've heard that this is like the best thing ever to conceal your dark under eyes. You're doing a very good job. It's quite thick. Definitely not thicker than a concealer that I'm used to. I feel like it's almost like the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna blend that out with the 3D blending sponge from Sigma. I love this sponge. Wow, that concealer is thick. Oh my god. It's like a little bit of it goes a long way. I really over applied. Benefit so kindly sent me out the new Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I've never used this before, but I'm dying to try it out. So it's a twist up contour stick and you just draw it onto your face. I feel like this is not going to be dark enough for me. Maybe in the winter time. It looks a little bit pale, but sure, we'll see how we get on. It's definitely a really nice shade, and you don't use too much product, I've noticed. Yeah, it's kind of just as I suspected. It's not dark enough for my skin tone. Maybe around the temples it might be fine. It's kind of just blended into nothing. But it is very, very nice. Like, I've used tons of cream contours before, and some of them are just awful, and they almost take off your foundation underneath. Whereas this is actually quite nice. I like it. It's like more of a subtle product. So I'll probably put a bronzer over it or more of a contour shade on top of it. I'm dying to try this next product. I'm going to do a full video on this, testing it out, because I know so many people have asked me to do that, but I'm dying to try it. I just want to see what it's like today as a setting powder. This is the Urban Decay, the Velvetizer, and I love the packaging of it. It's like all velvet around here, and it just has a sieve in the top, obviously. So you can use this product on its own, as in you can just place it to set on top of the skin just to set the face, or what you can do is you can mix it in with your foundation. I'm just going to place a bit in the lid. I've heard that this was finely milled, but it's actually ridiculously like finely milled. It doesn't have too much of a color. It's kind of like a light kind of cream shade. So I'm just going to pat that onto my entire face. Now obviously I can't say too much about this powder from just wearing it like for one day. I'm gonna have to try it out. I'm just going to take this brush just to set the under eye area. So that is one side of my face set, and oh my god, my skin feels so soft. I know you shouldn't be touching your skin probably like this. Looking at my skin in the mirror, it looks so airbrushed. First impressions, it's amazing. The concealer did not crease on me, you'll be happy to know, guys. Next thing I'm going to take is the Archery DIY Brow Bar from Soap & Glory. Soap & Glory sent me out loads of their products and I was actually delighted to receive them. Dying to try them all, and a lot of them are brow products. So this is the DIY Brow Bar. That's what it looks like inside. I'm not sure if there's different shades, but this is just the one I have. So you get 2 waxes and then you get 2 brow products. I'm going to take the mini products because why not? I'm going to go in with the wax up here first, and I'm just going to place that through my brows. I'm just going to take the little spoolie that comes with it and just brush that through. I'm just going to place, I think, the darker shade of the 2 through my brows. The other one looks like it's like a khaki green kind of shade. I don't know if that's too dark for my brows. It's definitely a lot darker than what I'm used to. I do think that this brow product is good. I just think it might be a bit too dark for my brows, and also I think the little products that come in it, the little applicators, are not ideal for this. So I'm going to use a different brow brush to fill it in. Like, it's not bad, definitely not bad, but I just feel like it looks a little bit patchy on my brows, so I need the right type of tools. Okay, I'm going to finish underneath the eyes, so I'm going to use that pigment because I have it here as well. But first off, I'm going to take the Deca Scarlet palette again, and I'm going to go in with this brown shade. So I just want to add a bit of dimension underneath the lower lash line. Now I'm just going to take this pigment, so it's like a copper shade, it's number 24. I'm just going to pop that just under. I don't know if you can even see that on camera. It's just something extra, I suppose, to the look. Okay, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm going to go and take the Brow Archery, this little volume boost brow filler. I just found it there, and I'm just going to put that through my brows, fill them in as well, because I have sparse enough brows. My brows are a hot mess right now. I'm growing them out, which is not always the best idea. I'm moving on to mascara. I'm taking the Scuba mascara from The Balm. This is brand new from them, and I haven't tried it yet, but I did see what the brush looks like. It's really, really tiny, so I feel like it could make my lashes like massive. Love this mascara wand. It's so teeny, so it gets right into the root of the lashes. This is particularly good for the lower lashes because it gets right up to the base of them and just makes them look huge. Coats every single lash. So I don't know if you can see a difference between this eye and this eye. Obviously this one has mascara on it, but I just feel like my lashes look so long and volumized from this. The lashes I'm going to take today are from Esquito. I love this brand. They make the most amazing lashes, and these are called the Celestial, and they look like that, nice and full. This is a gorgeous shape of lash. Be really full, hopefully. Okay, so the lash glue is still drying on those lashes, so I'm going to take the Too Faced Sweet Tea blush bronzer. I mean, it looks like that. I've never used this before, but I've heard great things about it, so I'm just going to take my fluffy brush from INGLOT. This is the 36 BJF. This kind of has like 2 sides to it, so I'm just kind of mixing them together. Such a super pretty bronzer. Next I'm going to go back in with the Deca Scarlet palette because we have a blush in here, so I'm going to take that blush. It's called Baby Doll, and I'm just going to place that on my cheeks. That's just giving me a nice flush to the cheeks, nothing too overpowering. Okay, next I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to take Yasmin from this palette. We use that as a highlight in the eye. That on the high points of my cheekbones with a fan. Ooh. Oh, sugar. I may have went a little bit overkill with that. Oh my god, that's such a pretty highlight. So pretty. You can see under my brow bone, like it's really highlighting. I have to be careful with how much you use, that's the only thing, because it is quite pigmented. It's sitting on my face really nice as well. It's not emphasizing any texture, which I'm happy about. There you go. So I think we're pretty much done with the face. I'm going to move on to the lips. I'm just going to take a lip liner I have here from INGLOT. So I'm going to go in with that nude shade Birthday Suit from this palette. I don't know what shade this is because I've lost the other end of it, but if I find the lid somewhere in this mess, I will write down the number of it. Okay, now I'm going to take the birthday suit. I'm just going to take it on. Oh god, that's very creamy. I'm just going to take it on a lip pencil, lip brush, and I'm just going to apply that to my lip. I like this shade. The shade is super pigmented. I feel like it will last throughout the day. Okay, and there you go. That is my full face of first impressions. And I actually really liked how this look turned out because it's something different. Like, I don't usually use like lots of oranges and pinks on my eyes, so I'm very glad that I got this palette. If you want any more information about Deca Scarlet, I will leave a link down to them below. Also, a 10% off discount code for your first order of this palette, and more information about the service and shipping and all that jazz, and where they ship to, I mean the countries that they ship to. But I am very, very pleased with the products that I used out of this. I thought that they were really, really nice, quite pigmented, really different, like something I wouldn't normally wear on my eyes, and I thought that the products came out lovely. My favorite product definitely is the highlight because it's quite glowy but kind of natural at the same time. So I want to say a huge thank you to Deca Scarlet for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for recognizing me, wanting to work with me, and sending me out the palette to try. I really, really loved it. So definitely check out the description bar for more information on Deca Scarlet. Let's get into the other products that I used on my face. The bronzer. Loving this. Oh my god, I thought that this was one of the most amazing bronzers ever. It's just so subtle but still so pretty on my cheeks. I think there's just something lovely about this bronzer. I think one of my favorite products from today has to be the Urban Decay Velvetizer. I just think my skin looks amazing. Like, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look like I'm wearing an awful lot of foundation, but my face looks really matte. I will be wearing this obviously throughout the day to see how I get on. I think that the Hoola Contour Quickie Contour was really nice as well. Just, I wish they made a darker shade because I just didn't feel like it showed up too much on my skin. Anybody who's deeper than me just won't be able to use it at all. I really liked the Professional Matte Rescue. I thought that this was amazing. I'm very, very keen to try this again. Thought this was a really, really nice kind of primer. Still not sure what to make of the Professional Pore Minimizing Makeup or how it's to be used. If any of you guys have used it before, how do you guys use it? Do you use it before your foundation or on top of your foundation? Like, what do you do with this? Let me know. I'd love more information about this product. The Brow Artery. I'm not mad on this product. Like, I wasn't overly blown away with it. I definitely prefer, where's it gone? Spoolie one. I definitely prefer that. I just feel like this is not my color. The other shade that's in it was too much of a khaki green shade. I don't know if my brows look great. Like, they're not great in general, but I just feel like this wasn't the best product for me. I wasn't overly keen about it. Wow, I'm loving the new Sigma brushes. Sigma always do such a great job on their brushes, like I always say, and this is such a cool brush. It just covered my entire face so quickly and I'm highly impressed. Kat Von D Lock Concealer, I feel like this is so high coverage and underrated. Maybe this product was hyped about a few years ago and I'm just late to the game, but I really like it. I think this is amazing. And then the final product that I really enjoyed was the Scuba Mascara. Oh my god, this is like my new ride or die mascara. I just feel like it's made my lashes look massive, even though I have lashes on now. I think it's really nice. And obviously I enjoyed the INGLOT pigment, but I've used them tons of times before and I've always been a fan. I think I've covered pretty much all the products I used today. If you guys like these videos, please give this video a thumbs up. Do let me know if you guys would like me to try any other products in upcoming first impressions. Rambled on for too long. Thank you for watching and I will talk to you in my next video. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye!